Yo, so what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on my channel, and today I thought I'd come and talk to you about my vinyl collection. And in my closet tour video I think I briefly mentioned where my vinyls were and said about doing it, or it might have been on my Daytona review. So yeah, today we are going to do this video and I'm going to take you through my full vinyl collection from A to Z. And yeah, some of these are albums I absolutely love, some were albums that I used to love, and yeah, we're just going to go through them and I'm going to share my whole vinyl collection with you. So starting with A, we have Anderson .Paak Oxnard here. This is a double LP gatefold, so see it opens up here, and it has all like the producer credits and stuff. And the thing I love most about this one is, if I can get it out, it is on a beautiful red vinyl. Look at that, gorgeous. And it's the kind of red I like as well, not translucent red, it is proper red, so you can't see a thing through that. Yeah, no, this is a great album. If you haven't heard it, I'd highly recommend it. Anderson .Paak is a talented musician, and this album just was up there with some of my favourites from last year. I just think it was so like colourful, and like that's why like maybe it's on red vinyl, it just really represents it well. It's just a nice colourful album. Got some great features on there and stuff, which you can see here on the back. Yeah, just a great album by Anderson .Paak, and I can see big things coming in the future with his new album release. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it should be good. King James, absolute banger. So next up is Calvin Harris, Funk Wave Bounces, Volume 1. And this is actually signed by Calvin Harris, which is pretty cool. I got this on his website. It is a double LP again on in gatefold, and I'm pretty sure it plays at 33 RPM, which obviously is a bit different from a regular album. I mean, this is just regular black vinyl, quite heavy. Quite nice, and yeah, this was one of my favourite albums in 2017. I really loved what Calvin Harris did. Like, he really mixed it up nicely and went for that sort of old school sound. Yeah, and I really rated it, to be fair. It had some really good features, and yeah, Slide was my favourite song of the year in the year that this came out, 2017. Yeah, I just love it. Really good album, and just like good album to like bang on. You don't have to listen too hard. A lot of hits on there, as Calvin Harris always does. But yeah, no, it's a great album, really like it. Okay, so next up we have a shorter album here. This is Chase & Status, Brand New Machine, and I think this is their third album. Another quality album from them. I think they really like push the boundaries again, which I like. Unfortunately, I think since then they've been a bit of a decline. I don't know whether it's because the music they're putting out isn't so relevant anymore, or yeah, something like that. But yeah, this is just it's 4 tracks. They're all singles, but they're all on 12-inch, which is interesting. And yeah, it's not bad. When I got it, I was expecting the full album on here, so I was a bit disappointed that it was only 4 tracks. But yeah, still a great album, which I listen to occasionally, and yeah, I really enjoy. So yeah, Brand New Machine, Chase & Status. Okay, next up is Coldplay, Adventure of a Lifetime. And you might be like, what? Like, that is such a basic bitch album to get, and you are right. But you can't go wrong with a bit of Coldplay, you know. They just come out with some nice songs, you know, easy to listen to. And also, this is on coloured vinyl. This is translucent. Don't know if you can see anything through there, but it is translucent. Translucent Pink, and the other one is Blue. And yeah, it's really cool. I'm a real sucker for coloured vinyl, and yeah, unfortunately for my bank account, that means I buy a lot of coloured vinyl, even when they're not my favourite albums. But yeah, this is a gift anyway, and you know, say what you like about Coldplay, but I actually really like this album, and it's decent to listen to. A few fun tracks on there, and yeah, I don't care what people say. Coldplay, they make some bangers. Okay, next up, this is a bit of a weird one. Dan Kroll. Don't know if any of you have heard of him. Sweet Disarray is the name of this album. This is just, I'm pretty sure it's on one. Yeah, it's on one vinyl. Yeah, really good, underrated artist. This was a banger back in the day. I've sort of semi-kept up with his releases since, but I don't think he's put out a project as good as this. And this is just easy listening, like nice, sweet songs. And yeah, no, I really like this one. And I've played it quite a lot since I got it. This was one of the ones I got more like back in the day. Decent album. I'd recommend you listen, but if you don't want to get it on vinyl, fair enough. Next up is a good album from last year, which I don't think a lot of people really spoke about, was Denzel Curry, and this is Taboo. This was a great album, and yeah, to be honest, I bought this and listened to it for the first time on vinyl. I hadn't really heard the album. I think I heard tracks here and there, but I hadn't really heard the album in full. But I heard music reviewers rating it, so I thought, you know what, I'll give it a listen. And then I saw that it was available on red vinyl. Look at that, red splatter kind of vinyl. And that, yeah, as I've said, I like a coloured vinyl, so I had to get it. I just had to, and yeah, really decent album, good listen. Yeah, I'd highly recommend this one. It's really good, and yeah, just an awesome one to have on vinyl. Next up is a classic hip hop album. This one is Dre 2001, and this is one I picked up in my local records shop. £15 it costs, but this has so many hits on it, like, you know, Still Dre, What's the Difference, Forgot About Dre, The Next Episode. Jesus, man, this had so many hits on it, and it's just a banger. It's a classic hip hop album on vinyl. It's not gatefold, unfortunately, but it is spread over 2 LPs, and it is one of my favourites, one of the all-time best hip hop albums, in my humble opinion. And yeah, I could listen to this every single day. It's got so many good songs on. So yeah, Dre 2001. Next up, bit of a weird one this, Duck Sauce. Anyone remember them? You probably remember Barbra Streisand back in the day. That was an absolute, you know, it was a radio banger, you know, not a great song, just got played a lot on the radio. So yeah, Quack was their album, and actually this was a really good album in my opinion. They went full on old school disco, you know, funk on this. Really good. It was just a fun album. I really enjoyed it, and to make it better, it is on orange translucent vinyl. Really nice colour. Looks really good on the vinyl player, which you can see there. Yeah, it just looks great. Great album. Really, yeah, great listen. I'm a massive fan of like disco and old school music. And whenever a new artist, or new artists should I say in this case, decide to give it a go, I really respect that. And yeah, definitely one of my favourites that I've got on vinyl thus far. Okay, so next up is Ed Sheeran. You know, X, probably my favourite Ed Sheeran album so far. so many hits. I think this is where his songwriting really hit a peak, and obviously he sort of got, I wouldn't say to the peak of his popularity, but he was up there at this point of the release of this album. But he wasn't so big, and then the release of his next album, which was called Divide, that came out, and that was so poppy. I wasn't a big fan, even though at home I do have that album on blue vinyl. Yeah, Ed Sheeran is just a classic. If you live in the UK, pretty much, you know, everyone likes Ed Sheeran. He seems like a nice down-to-earth guy. And yeah, this is one I don't listen to a whole lot, but it is one I listen to now and then. It's got a couple of decent songs on there, you know, Sing, quite a nice song. You know, some of the ones about his family and stuff, I like that. And yeah, there's nothing special, just on black vinyl. But yeah, no, it's just a classic album, you know, just a nice, easy to listen to classic. Okay, so the next two are from George Clinton, and I sort of got this in a bit of a, I don't know, bit of a rush. I was in the record store. Well, actually, funny enough, I was listening to the Childish Gambino album, whatever the funk one is called. It's called something like Me and Your Mama, or I can't remember. And yeah, I really liked that album, and I was listening to a review and they said he got a lot of influence from George Clinton. So I got these two George Clinton albums, and yeah, they're really funky, and yeah, these are just good albums to have. I really like these, and yeah, I got them from the local record store. So yeah, really, yeah, just decent albums. I couldn't name you any of the songs. I just like to put them on and just enjoy it. So yeah, George Clinton, two of his albums here, and yeah, really good. Really like these ones. Okay, so next up, you know, call me a bit of a fanboy, but it's Justin Bieber. Purpose on Picture Disc. There you go. What a gorgeous young boy. But yeah, no, he this came out, I had to get over a certain amount of stuff to get free shipping, and I bought this, and I'm pretty happy with it. Purpose was his best album. It's got a few songs that I really like on it, and so I'm actually glad I purchased this. Yeah, decent album, you know, nothing special. You can see him there on the back. God, look at him, gorgeous young man. And then yeah, decent, not a bad one, not my favourite album, but it's a nice one to have in the collection. Next up, a young lady called Kali Uchis, Isolation. This is a great album from last year. If you haven't heard this, I highly recommend it. She is a really, really good singer, really talented, just has a nice vibe about some of her songs. Yeah, really good one. I really like this album. I'd highly rate it. And also, yeah, of course, you know, it is on blue vinyl. Ooh, look at that, beautiful blue translucent vinyl. And so when I found that out, I had to get it, you know. I liked it, I saw it was blue vinyl, had to cop. So yeah, this is a quality album. Couple of bangers on here, like After the Storm with Tyler the Creator. Really like that one. One of my favourite songs of last year. And yeah, Kali Uchis, Isolation. I really recommend this. And if you've got a vinyl player, blue vinyl, go and cop that shit. Okay, so next up is a few from one particular artist who I like a lot, and that is Kanye West. So I've got College Dropout here, Can't Go Wrong. I'm pretty sure this is over 2 LPs. Banger, one of his best albums to date, full of some of my favourite Kanye West songs. I do like the old Kanye, you know, he was good back in the day, but some of his new stuff is good as well. So yeah, we got College Dropout there, like that one a lot. Next up, Late Registration, not Graduation. another great album. This is where he really was starting to hit his peak. You know, you got ones like Touch the Sky, Gold Digger, yeah, loads of really good ones. Some of the album tracks I really like on this, like Roses. Yeah, he's just a great artist. Like this, you can't beat his old stuff as well. Like his old stuff was top quality hip hop music. So there we go. And then skipping a few years, we got his album from last year, Ye, or Ye, however you want to say it. Really nice album. It's just on one simple LP. Got all the track list there. See that? Yeah, just a nice little album, and it's very introspective from him. So I really rate that he did that. And yeah, really liked this album. Yeah, go and listen if you haven't. I'm sure you have if you're watching this video. Next up, Kids See Ghosts. Kids see ghosts sometimes, kids see ghosts sometimes. Great album with Kid Cudi and Kanye. Yeah, really like this one. Yeah, just a nice range of songs. And yeah, honestly, great. I thought this was a great album, so yeah, recommend this as well. Next up is Good Kid, Mad City. Moving on to probably my favourite rapper at the moment. Yeah, it's up for debate, but I do love Kendrick Lamar, and this is a classic hip hop album. Probably his most classic hip hop album. You know, it just had a range of great hip hop songs. This is just an all-time great album. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I just think it's such a good album, such good tracks, such clever rapping and stuff, and it was very of the time, but I think it still holds up today. And yeah, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, banger, absolute banger. Next up is my all-time favourite album, To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. You can see that I'm a bit of a fanboy of his, but just got to deal with that. Yeah, you can see a great album. Literally, this song is a 10. It is a top tier album. Just the songs, I remember listening to it for the first time and thinking, what the fuck is this? Like, it's just so far ahead of anything else I'd heard. Like, the fact that it mixed jazz and rap and everything, I loved it. I just thought it was an amazing album, and yeah, one I will probably listen to for the rest of my life and really enjoy. Yeah, just I know people don't rate this album particularly, but if you like Kendrick Lamar, you got to listen to this album. It is genius in my opinion. This is the most genius hip hop album I think I've ever heard. So yeah, listen to this shit. It is beautiful. Next up is basically the B-sides from the album that I was just speaking about. We have Untitled Unmastered, again by Kendrick, and considering this a B-side album, insane. I really like this. Just nice and easy to put on. Obviously this doesn't flow particularly well, and some of the tracks are a bit rough around the edges, but yeah, I just really like this album again, and yeah, another quality release from Kendrick in my opinion. Yeah, and yeah, literally some of the songs on here as well, they could have gone on to Pimp a Butterfly, but you know, he did what he did, and I think these songs were really good. So yeah, fair play Kendrick Lamar. The B-side album, which is Untitled Unmastered, classic. Well, not classic, but it is good. And then next up is his latest release, minus Black Panther. We have Damn. This is also a gift from my mate Alex, so shout out Alex, great gift. This is gatefold as well, as you can see. And yeah, another great album from Kendrick. Not my favourite from his. I'll probably put To Pimp a Butterfly number 1, Good Kid, Mad City number 2, and Damn third. Minus like Untitled Unmastered and the other smaller project, which I can't remember the name of now, but Section 80 maybe. But yeah, good album, easy to listen to, and you know, I think this was the least deep of his albums, so maybe that's why it hasn't really stayed with me as much as some of his other albums have. So yeah, Kendrick Lamar, damn, another good album. Yeah, Kendrick, keep on doing it, and I hope that he releases an album this year, which I'll also probably buy on vinyl. Okay, next up is another weird one, Madeon Adventure, is it called? To be honest, I don't even know. I've hardly listened to this. I like Madeon, and I think I liked like 2 songs in it. But yeah, just an average EDM album. It was more what I was into back in the day. Yeah, another good one. Okay, next up is, this has the potential to be a classic hip hop album. We have Culture One, and this is when the Migos were like they were getting big back then. 2017. That is bloody hell. That's 2 years ago, and yeah, this was really good album from them. This just the right length, and this is key because they fucking released too many songs. But Culture 2 was like 10 tracks too long. This was purely just the ones they needed on there, and I really rated that from them. You know, perfect length of album, and I think they were really pushing the boundaries in this. You know, if it wasn't for hits like Bad and Bougie, Slippery, all of these ones, Kelly Price, T-shirt, all of those. If it wasn't for those, I don't think the trap may have got as big as it did. I know that's a bold statement, but yeah, Culture One, classic, potentially classic hip hop album. And also this is on red vinyl too, which is looking sexy. And this is 1 of 500, so it might be worth something in the future, who knows. But yeah, great album, really good album. Yeah, Culture One, great album. Next up is a single on 12-inch. This is Nas, If I Ruled the World, featuring Lauryn Hill. I got this at my local record store. It's quite rare actually, it's worth a bit of money and more than I paid, as you can see there. Great song, love this song. I know it's a bit of a classic to like this be one of your favourite Nas songs. You know, it just is good. There's a reason why it's so famous and a reason why that people love it so much, and yeah, it's just a great song. Very good work from Nas back in the day, and it's cool to have it on 12-inch as well. Okay, so next up is one of my favourite albums from last year, and I know for sure it's some of my friends' favourite albums of last year. This is Beer Bongs and Bentleys by Post Malone, and I love this album, really good. I think Post Malone has become a really decent singer in this album, and I really rate his vocals. In fact, Stay was my favourite song from this album, which is where he sings like, it's almost like a country song, and that song is really, it's just well written, relatable, and he sings it really nicely. So yeah, I'm really pleased with him. He's getting really big at the moment, and I hope that maybe not this year, but sometime soon I'd like him to follow this up, and I see potential for him getting an album of the year in a few years time. So yeah, really good from Post Malone, love this album, and it's translucent vinyl, which I really like, and the whole thing is like a really nice experience. Like, you've got cool drawings and stuff, you can see there, like a drawing of a dragon, and it's like really, I want to say like gothy, which I really rate. And this is translucent vinyl, just plain translucent. See me through there? Yeah, plain see-through vinyl, really nice. And yeah, I really rate this this vinyl experience. You can tell that there's a lot of thought into it, and yeah, I always rate when artists put effort into their vinyls because it just makes it better for the people that are purchasing it. So yeah, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, great album, up there for one of my favourite albums of last year. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Next up we have my favourite album of last year, as I've already discussed. We got Pusha T Daytona. Great album, perfect length of time, great production from Kanye. You can click, I think it's up here, or maybe there, if you want to see my review of this album. Not my best video, I will admit, but it's still worth checking out. So yeah, if you're interested, go and give it a watch. And yeah, Daytona, one of my favourite albums of last year. Okay, next up we have a bit of a weird purchase from me. Snoop Dogg, Vapors. I mean, I never really heard this song until the guy in the record store was playing it. It's a single, 12-inch, just classic vinyl, nothing special. But yeah, I liked it. It was just like quite cool hip hop music, and yeah, cool to have it on single as well. So beautiful stuff, Snoop Dogg. There we go. Okay, next up is a classic album. Oh my days, this has got to be one of my favourite albums of all time. And this thing is in tatters, but it is Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. If you're into old school music, gotta listen to this. This is a great album. Yeah, Stevie Wonder, such a talented guy. He is a legend of music. We need to appreciate him whilst he's still here. And yeah, great album. Yeah, I love Stevie Wonder now. Yeah, this one's packed with songs, and yeah, just awesome album. It's one of my dad's favourite albums of all time. It's in his top 10, and yeah, it's just something I had to get it, and I just love it. It is really good. I really like this. So yes, Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. Highly recommend that album. Okay, next up we have another one from Stevie Wonder. This is Hotter Than July, a classic Stevie Wonder album again. This is in the era that I really like of his music, and yeah, great songs on this. All I Do is my favourite song on this album. Just a classic song. I think this is a single LP, so yeah, nice to have it just one. See Martin Luther King there, interesting. Yeah, nice gatefold as well. See all the like producer credits, and yeah, great album. Another Stevie Wonder, just a legend of music. And yeah, listen to this if you're into music. Listen to this and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, next one is Taurus by Sub Focus. Good album from back in the day. Again, like the Chase and Status one, they only did 4 tracks and 2 LPs, so yeah, spread over 12-inch. Pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't listened to this a whole lot. Decent EDM album. I like Sub Focus quite a lot, and yeah, this is just a purchase from back in the day. So yeah, decent. Okay, so next up is an album from 2017. A beautiful album from a beautiful artist, SZA, or SZA, however you say it, and this is Control. I always remember this coming out. I'd just seen the interview with her and Everyday Struggle, and she seemed really down to earth, and I put her album on the list of ones to listen to. It got released, and I thought, wow, I really enjoy this. Really good album, and I was recommending it to my friends who obviously never heard of her like I did, and they were like, yeah, this is good, I really like it as well. So shout out SZA, great album, Love Galore, The Weeknd, Doves in the Wind, Drew Barrymore, so many good songs on this. Very raw, talented artist, and yeah, this is another one. It is on green vinyl. Beautiful translucent green vinyl. Yeah, just a lovely album. Highly recommend this. Just if you're into music, listen to this. She is a really talented artist and a great singer. So, oh hello. So listen to that. Next up, we got Birds in the Trap, Sing Midnight. Birds in the Trap. This is another great album. Yeah, really good album. Not Travis Scott's best, but up there I'd say. I'd probably put Astroworld Rodeo than this. Yeah, great album and highly recommend this one. Yeah, really good. I think it's on one LP, which I like, you know, not wasting time. Oh, hang on, no, it's on two, so I was wrong. But it's not a gatefold or anything, so yeah, average vinyl, but good album, and yeah, I recommend this one a lot. Next up we have probably my favourite band of all time, possibly one of my favourite artists of all time. We have Queen and their best album, A Night at the Opera. Obviously, I don't know if anyone's seen Bohemian Rhapsody, but it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it, and it just made me like Queen even more than I do, and I like Queen a lot. This album has classics on it: Bohemian Rhapsody, You're My Best Friend, Love of My Life, beautiful song. And yeah, love this, really love this album. Queen, they're one of my favourite bands, and beautiful stuff from Queen, beautiful stuff. Great album, and yeah, love them. And I'm planning to get a lot more on vinyl when I've got the dollar. I hate myself. Okay, last but not least, we have I'm a motherfucking Starboy. Yeah, love this album. Really, really good album. Starboy, The Weeknd. I think it was a bit underrated. Am I allowed to say that? Yeah, really good album. I actually think this was trap before it blew up to the extent that it's blown up today. He was a little bit ahead of the curve, and yeah, you could see like he just was, yeah, very talented guy, great singer, great rapper, if you want to call him that, but all round good artist. And yeah, Starboy, highly recommend. Seen him live as well in the O2 with my ex-girlfriend and her brother, and he was sick. So yeah, made me like this even more. And this one is on red vinyl. Let me get this out for you. Red translucent, which is a bit disappointing, but it's decent. Looks beautiful on the old turntable as well. So yeah, there we go. Here is Starboy red vinyl. Great album, in my opinion. And yeah, I'd recommend this if you haven't heard it, which you probably have. Okay, that's going to conclude this video. Hope you have enjoyed. It's been a long one, and I'm not sure how much editing I'm going to do on this, but I don't think I'm going to skip out a lot, because yeah, I quite like the long form of this video. And yeah, this was my vinyl collection. What is in your vinyl collection? Have you got something that I don't have? Have you got something that I do have? Do you have some better coloured vinyls than I have? If you do, leave a comment below and tell me which ones you got, and tell me what albums I should listen to or review. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. It's been good to film a video. I was really up for it today. So anyway, please like, subscribe, and yeah, I will see you later. Follow me on Instagram and all that jazz, and bam.